This is a prophetic word for the nation of Papua New Guinea. This is a prophetic word for the nation of Papua New Guinea. I heard the Lord say this morning that this far you have come. This far it has come. The word is really profound for the nation of Papua New Guinea as we stand at the crossroads and as we stand at the borders of walking in from 50 years of political independence into 50 years of economic transformation and freedom is what we are prophesying over this nation. That the walls of suppression, oppression, depression, corruption and poverty will now fall. And the word that I released earlier for two nations is that we have now come into the season of the Esthers and the season of the Mordecais. That means that there will be a shift taking place in the palaces. Those who are not meant to be in those palaces will have to go. And those who are meant to take the positions will walk in and take the nation forward for the next 50 years of Papua New Guinea's journey. So we are now talking about the total deliverance of this nation. On PNG Vision 4040 is the national blueprint for this nation, and a model that can also be followed by other nations is talking about the 9 dimensions of deliverance using the technology of the word of the Lord, the word of God. There is nothing that can be done outside of His word. And so the more you become passionate about His word and realize that He honors His word above His names and above everything else, you realize that things begin to shift in a generation when you honor the word of the Lord above everything else. And so in 2025, some palaces are gonna fall, some kings will be dismissed, the palace will be dissolved. The palaces are getting dissolved as God brings in His government to the nations of the world and displaying the prototype nation in the nation of Papua New Guinea. It is an indigenous, tribal, cultural, spiritual nation. So the deliverance of this nation happens in a 3 dimension. And so we're bringing to Papua New Guinea the spiritual architectural design of a nation and the engineering of a nation from this prophetic office. You are listening to the voice of Christina Kewa-Swarbrick. So the next 50 years are going to be very, very significant in the journey of this nation. And so we're excited about the economic transformation and about what God is doing already in this nation. And so we are prophesying into the 4 winds of this nation. We are prophesying over the rivers of this nation. We're taking back the land. We're taking back the territorial borders of our nation. We're taking back our identity in this nation. And so when we begin to understand how God speaks and how He walks, His programming, His coding systems in the realms of the Spirit, and how He brings out a nation and a generation into real deliverance, then we know how to journey on with God. And it makes our work and our journey on this earth and our human experiences with walking with God very, very interesting and exciting. So you are now listening to the voice of Christina Kewa-Swarbrick on PNG Vision 4040 as we bring to you the total deliverance of this nation, and as we are engineering the prototype nation on PNG Vision 4040. Welcome to the government of God.